Okay, so last time you all had buried Edward, the cairn, and then you returned to Bridgetown, also known as Thangaradrum, and you paid Grindelina Fleece her money, and exited that nasty town. And you traveled across the bridge, and when you made it into the mountain passes into the Gemthrone Wilderness, Tharnlin could see that the Gemthrone Wilderness was just choked with this ashy mist, laying all in the bowl of the valley, and the trees were sickened, like you saw in the apple orchard, and rotted, some kind of root rot. And you could hear the sounds of giant insects crawling everywhere, and he offered to lead you all to his people in Carn Buldar, and that was miles away, and so gave up hope on Carn Buldar, and given how dangerous this place is, you decided to go straight into the wilderness where you hope the Tower of the Elders is. And when you entered the wilderness, the elves later, you hear it was called the Labyrinth of Shadows. And you seemed to just kind of circle around, and there were these undead and monsters and everything in the labyrinth, and you fought them. And eventually you encountered the elves, the Aininnorne, the wood elves. And at first they were kind of distrustful, but the village elder was dying, and he made an alliance with you all, spoke to Alara, and said, like, take one of our guides, go to the tower now, because like we're perishing. And now, with almost everything at stake, whatever it is that has inhabited that tower, that has conspired to create civil war and a goblin war, and may mean the extinction of the wood elves and the dwarves too, and the hobbits, you stand at the edge of the Labyrinth of Shadows, and you see the tower.
It's a very pleasant looking tower.
We wish we didn't see the tower.
Just look at your feet.
It's nasty.
Don't look.
And when you get to the tower, the elves, they say, this is as far as we can take you. And they turn around and they leave. Far off in the distance, in the very center of the bowl, the lowest point of the valley of the Gemthrone Wilderness, is this hulk, this vertical monolith.
The Meatalith. Ugh.
Made out of meat and leaves.
There's some greens in there, I guess.
And stone and steel.
Is there any? Is there a little stone and steel for hope?
No, it's in the description anyway.
I think we were all more distracted by the fact that there's meat on it.
Yes. We have, and our intention is to go there, correct?
The demon that took the sword is currently there, supposedly, inside of that tower.
It is indeed where we are headed. Right,
Helmer. Do we have any idea what this demon wants? Or are we grasping at straws with that?
Probably something terrible.
It wants to... Yeah. Exactly.
Helmer unsheaths his sword, readies his shield. I don't know what kind of helm he has, but...
Do you want me in the second rank with the lance? Or with you?
Well, now that you've got a sword.
Brandon's sword.
Yes, I think you should be up front with me and Thelma. Oh, goodness, why my brain is not working.
Is there a spare shield about?
Yeah. You take a shield.
Okay. That'll pop my AC up to 18.
All right. So,
Bueno.
Pablo.
So then we will advance together.
Very well. You advance closer to the tower. You can see the trees moving and the motion parallax, right? As you get closer, the trees grow to the side, and as you get closer and closer, the tower does not change in size the whole time. It stays the same size. As you get closer to the tower, the trees eventually loom nearby it, and you can tell only by that sense of motion parallax that the trees are nearby, that you're closer. You can see the surface of the tower shift and morph, and parts of it sliding down and then folding back in under. Every once in a while, you think in the mist you see a face.
How far away are these faces we think we see?
Based on the distance of the trees, you think you're about 50 feet away at this point.
Okay. And it's all surrounded with mist, or is there a grove of trees around it, or is it bare?
There are trees around it. They are not as tall as it, despite what this image shows. The trees don't quite go as high as the tower.
Is there the sound of anything?
Every once in a while you hear a rustling in the trees and some of the wind hitting the top of them, but otherwise it is eerily quiet. Something else happens as you get within 50 feet of the tower. All of a sudden, you get a terrible headache, and your brain is just racked with pain. And everyone will take 2 points of damage.
Oof.
But you'll also gain a level of experience. Anything that you would get in the next level, you can use currently. Yeah, and
Okay. Am I a paladin?
yes.
I think you're okay.
Okay.
And I mean, I wouldn't worry too much about the level right now. Like, we'll use the features later if it.
I'm
if
worried
we need
more
to.
about the hit points.
Sure.
Reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need it back. You guys actually
What
got
level?
wounded.
Yeah, what level would that put me at?
Well, you're a level 3 paladin. You'll be a level 4, so you roll a d8 hit points. And you can add d8.
Yeah, did that already. So I went up to 14 max, but now I'm 8 out of 14. I'm wondering if I should lay on hands myself.
Yeah.
Which I think is at level 4 still. Is it? I don't even know. I don't know what it is in OSE. Let me.
I got it here. Let's see. Lay on hands. 2 per level.
Does that mean I
3
get
hit points
another
per level.
spell? Or
Okay.
do I keep the ones I have? Kind of thing.
2 per level.
You wouldn't get another spell because you have to find them anyway in this game. Actually.
Okay.
Where's my pencil? It's unacceptable behavior.
That brings me back to full.
Hey.
Well, I suppose if this happened to me, I'd be reeling, my mind blown and deeply disturbed, feeling more powerful, but not sure if that's a good thing or not. Looking at Helmer for reassurance.
He's staring forward and looking at his hands and looking at the sky, and he makes the claw. And he looks at you and kind of takes off his helm and smiles. It's, I don't know what to say. This is Something strange has happened. A strange blessing.
I suppose we need to advance and see if there's a way in, perhaps on the other side or something, if we can't see one when we're this close.
Okay. As you get closer, you can see what you think is a meaty membrane-like entrance at the base, almost like an orifice down at the bottom meeting the ground.
Gross.
Lamentations, man.
And the surface of this thing just imperceptibly shifts, moves every so often. It's hard to tell sometimes if it's just the wind or the light. But you think you see the entrance, but just as you cross closer than 50 feet, all of a sudden, Pablo, roll a d6. Six. Something moves past you all, between you. You can feel it, but you can't see it.
When you say moves past us, like through us, through our ranks,
Yes.
turn around, look around.
You look
up.
around, yeah. All you see is mist and forest.
Shall we advance towards the door?
Yeah, let's head towards that door.
What's your
Thing.
movement rate? I think it's
Heavy armor.
heavy armor. I think
It's 60?
I don't think so.
Does it do that for?
Oh,
Didn't
yeah,
you say
60.
we were encumbered because we had stuff on us too, or no?
Well, you have horses, so I'll assume you left things with the horses.
I thought we.
If you have more
Okay.
than 10 items, yes, you're encumbered. But we'll say the paladins don't. If they're without treasure, they can move 60 feet. But right now, they can move 20 feet. And so you move 20 feet toward the door, and all of a sudden, let's see here. Does a 13 does not hit, right, Pablo?
It does not.
Something moves past and it tink and pulls on your armor as it flies past. You can actually see a scratch on your armor as something seems to have clawed you. You look around in the mist, you don't see anything.
This is bad.
And you can roll a d6. Oof. Let's see. Nat 20.
That'll hit.
Ouch.
You take 3 points of damage as this thing just lets blood and flies up from a claw that slashes through you. Look around again, you don't see anything.
Do we have any torches lit at all, or?
You can light a torch.
Let's run towards the entrance.
Yep.
Go
Okay.
upstairs.
I'll say you can double move, so that puts you at 20, 40. You can make it. You make it to the door. Do you go inside?
Read it.
Yes.
All right.
I was getting a little worried that you were going to have some kind of sound effect.
A neat sound effect.
Yeah.
Nice squishing sound.
I'm over here with like a
And then
bowl
we
of
have-
spaghetti near the mic. I'm like, you enter the door. And I'm making sound effects and stuff.
It's like,
Now
why
I'm
you-
picturing
Yeah.
Gimli's face with the crunching sounds.
I have all the, yeah, you should do your own Foley work. Get some celeries and carrots and stuff like that.
Why do you keep making that sound? Well, there's a lot of you, you know.
You pull apart the membrane and enter into it, and on the other side, what you see is a seemingly endless corridor, perfectly square in shape. It seems to just go on and on and on. Yeah. What do you do next?
Advance.
All right.
Advance with all speed.
What's the width?
Now, does the membrane close behind us to keep whatever it is out?
Do you look behind you where the
Yes.
membrane was? You look at the membrane,
Yeah.
and you see an endless corridor going on and on and on the other way.
Oh,
Is that
good.
worse or better?
For now, I'm going with
I missed
better.
the dwarf doors.
You do what, Birdie?
I said I missed the dwarf doors.
You look and see what that...
We're better dwarves.
Give me a second here. Let's see. Might take me a second to resolve that. When you say the dwarf doors, what do you mean? I don't remember.
You remember how originally we had to go through the dwarf, like the cave door with the glowing signs, and we didn't really like it and didn't really want to go through it, but we did anyway.
That
Even though we didn't like that was better than this. I guess we just go forward.
Okay, yeah, we're just gonna have to go forward.
If there's a forward.
Well,
Sorry.
actually, no. Let's try going back towards... Let's just see what happens if we go back towards where the membrane was. Just to see.
Little experiment.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you look to the side and look for the door, and you say, "I wish I were in the dwarf. I wish I missed the dwarf doors." That's what you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see here. Birdie, Alara, you see this.
Oh my.
Oh no, those are sad times.
Let me see.
Did we all see this, or is this just me seeing this?
Well, when you look around... Okay, when you look around, you don't see your friends.
Oh dear.
Do we still see her?
No. So you all see this, and Alara is gone.
I look at Helmer and everyone else.
Who do you look at first?
Helmer.
Okay. You turn to look at Helmer, and you see Helmer, and then you see the endless corridor just going on behind him.
And what about... So no matter who I look at, it looks like there's a corridor going behind them?
Do you look at someone else?
Yeah, I'll look over at Tharnlin.
Okay, you turn to Tharnlin, he's the other way, and you see the corridor just stretching on behind him.
I sit down, and I say, everybody sit down.
Got some non-Euclidean happening over here. That's the word. I can't remember if that's the word or not. But that.
Now, I'd like to try to think of Alara. Everyone think of Alara, I say.
Okay.
Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Give me a second here.
You call?
I'm terrified beyond the capacity for rational thought.
Okay, you sit down. You tell everybody sit down. They sit down. You say, "Think of Alara." Nothing happens. Meanwhile, I'm gonna pan back over to Alara. Alara, what do you do?
Okay, do I recognize where in the cave I am specifically?
You're before the dwarven door.
Probably pause a second in complete shock. Glance around and notice my friends are gone. Do I hear anything?
You hear the sounds of an ancient dwarven dungeon and bits of sediment every once in a while rustling, falling off the walls and echoing down windy corridors where there are changes in pressure. The sounds of being 400 feet beneath the earth.
So I'm probably going to cautiously try to I'm guessing I can't open the dwarven door because I'm not a dwarf.
How do you try to open it?
I'm trying to remember how he opened it. I think he said something or touched something. I walk up and I kind of brush my fingers against the door.
You're trying to open the door?
Just to see if it will, and if not, then I'm going to try to turn around and head out cautiously.
The runes, actually, nothing happens. Yeah, you're not able to open the door.
So I'm probably going to try to venture in the direction of how we would have gotten out. Do I move normally through this cave, or does it just kind of seem to abnormally stretch on?
No, yeah, you can move normally.
I'm going to pause and to no one in particular say, what game is this? I want to be back with my friends.
Nothing happens.
I'll keep moving through the passageway.
Are you moving deeper, or are you trying to leave?
No, trying to leave.
Okay.
Because I don't know where deeper I could get lost, but at least the other way I know how to get out.
Do you have torches?
Do I need them?
Yes.
Oh dear.
Oh wait, no, you don't need torches.
I can't see the...
I'm sorry. Yeah, you're an elf. My bad. Let's get the.
That's tomorrow.
I was to say, if I need them, I'm going to be worried.
You're right.
Because something's wrong.
My bad. Let's get back your predator vision here. And also all the predator vision light. Okay, yeah, you're able to.
Now looking.
Sorry.
Looking around, is there signs, like, does it look like it did when our group passed through with bodies or things that were disturbed or footprints or anything?
For the most part, it looks generally the same as you're walking through. As you go, it takes you a long time. Like before, you have to go, out that long corridor. Through the big antechamber. Yeah. As you walk through the big antechamber, you can hear the growling noises further on of obviously the bestial sounds of some of those creatures. And but you walk through the corridors and continue on, and then exit the cavernous space, and you see this in the forest outside of it.
And back where we started.
And I also have to do some things I didn't expect, which is always fun.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Let me see here. Yeah, so what do you do now?
I'm going to be very much on my guard, but I'm going to try to move quickly and with speed to get back to where my friends are.
Okay. Yep.
Hurrying that so that if there is theoretically something out here, I'm less likely to have to face it alone and can get to the tower quickly.
Right. This is just so weird that I have to like... Sorry, it's going to take me a second.
That's better than saying this is interesting or rolling dice.
Oh no, I'm about to.
You can skip that part.
Skip that part. Okay. The bowl, when you exit the dwarven dungeon, is clearly smaller. The space around the tower is clearly smaller than the last time you saw it. And let's see. Okay, I figured it out now. Something, you feel different as you exit the cave.
I feel what?
You feel different. You feel something tight around your hips, around your wrists. It's like your
If
clothes.
I look down, do I see anything?
Yeah. You see a moving membrane on your wrists. When you look down, you see them. And it's painful. It's like constricted around your gloves and your armor and stuff. You can see something moving on your wrist. It hurts. It's painful having it constricted.
Am I able to cut through it?
Yeah, if you take a knife and cut through it, all of a sudden something comes out from your wrist, and you see that you have webs now on your wrist and in places in your hips. You have webs, like a fish.
Oh, lovely. Like fish fins.
Yeah, fins. Yeah, like fins. You can swim twice as fast now.
I'm going to continue trying to hurry to get back to my friends because whatever's happening is really starting to freak me out.
You pull yourself through the membrane as you feel the thing swishing past you. You run past it, pull yourself through the membrane, and you're in the hallway where your friends are.
Do I still have fins?
Yes.
And when she appears, Helmer just kind of goes, "Oh!"
What's happened to you?
I probably look panicked and like I just saw a ghost too.
Well, what you look like is more like a fish than you did before. What's happened?
It was so strange. It's like time and space are distorted. I mentioned a place, and I was there, and I ran through it to come out, and I was back where we were outside here, and I ran, but things were smaller, and then when I came through, I was attacked by the membrane, and when I cut it off, this is what remains. I'm almost afraid that anything I say now could be
Shall we
magic
all...
in itself.
Helmer makes the claw, and this is a place of pure chaos. We must destroy whatever this power is.
There's no wonder my people would not come here.
You express a desire to kill whatever power this is? I think you did.
Kind of a little bit.
He did.
Yeah.
Let's see.
But I was about to do the same thing.
At this point, Alara's kind of afraid to say anything about going
I mean,
places.
you know, the half second after he says that, I say, "Take us to the leader of this place. Take us all to the leader of this place."
Okay. Well, I'm going to start. Don't let me forget about, like, whatever you... Actually, let me write it down so I don't forget. Steve, you said we must...
Destroy the power, whatever. This power, that's what it was. The
power.
Destroy this power.
Now,
that's what it was.
Pablo, you say... What is it you say? Take me...
I said, take us to the leader of this place.
Oh, that's interesting. All of a sudden, you see Pablo just go blank. Like that.
Oh.
Meanwhile, Pablo, you are somewhere else. Let me find it. Well,
is that what happened to me earlier?
Pablo, you here. Let me see if I have anything that would be like this. Maybe something like this. You see, Pablo, around you, a spongy gray material lined with blue translucent tubing with some sort of liquid flowing through it. Every few seconds you hear crack, and lightning travels down a corridor along the surface of this spongy material or through its gaps.
Just me, though?
Just you. You don't see anyone else.
You said the light travels down the corridor?
Yeah, I'm gonna actually let me kind of draw, okay? Just try to express this the best I can. Everything's kind of weird, right? Let's do bright red so it's very clear to see. And it's like this, like you've got like this spongy material going from floor to ceiling in places, and they form these columns. And they're squishy, and there's liquid that's like going up and down through these things. And every once in a while, lightning will shoot down these corridors and along these things as they pulse with liquid.
Oh, but there's no... Okay, well, you know, is it what is it just one corridor that I'm in, going in
No,
two
you can
directions,
see.
or?
So this is the image is not what you see. You see a bunch of fleshy gray stuff everywhere, and this extends laterally all around you, as far as you can see. And there's sticky parts that go from floor to ceiling, and there's fluid that goes up and down it. And every once in a while, electricity or lightning will shoot up and down these things or through the corridor.
I shout out, "Who are you? Where are you?"
Excuse me. It's so weird that it takes me a second to figure it out. What are you, you're hoping to find, like, the demon? Is that what you're hoping? Like, the master of this place? Like
at this point, it's like, I don't associate anything I'm seeing with anything I've heard of before anymore. So, yeah.
Suddenly, along these vertical things here, you see images appear almost in a holographic way, and as you say, "Where are you? You know, show yourself," or whatever. You see the image, the memory that you had in the forest when the young man pulled his skin off and took the sword and turned into a demon and flew away. You clearly see the demon. You can see features that the demon has, that it was, even in its state of having sort of come out of its cocoon, it hadn't completely kind of unfurled. That it had multiple arms and things growing out of it and stuff, and then just sprouted wings and flew away. But you can now see it in far greater detail, and you can just watch, and any part of it, if you even think to think like, wait, let me see that again, you can see it. Whatever part of it you want, you can zoom in. Anything you want to see about it, you can see. You even see it, the direction it flies. You see the book that Alara has. You see... That might be it, off the top of my head.
Yeah. I want to rejoin my friends. We all want to slay this thing.
As soon as you say you want to rejoin your friends, all of a sudden you see Pablo come too, and you're back. And then you said you want to slay this thing. I think, let me see here.
It's a demon. I don't think we can slay it. I'm right.
We got a couple magic swords here.
You are brought into a room. Now, this is a top-down view of that room. Need this. Actually, I'm gonna just get rid of that. I don't need it. It's a circular room, and this area is closed off, unlike what it shows here. In the center of the room, you see a pedestal with a head in it.
Oh, hey, buddy.
I recoil.
Do we recognize this head?
Yes, it is the Chamberlain's head.
Is this all of us here now?
Yeah, you're all here. As soon as you say, take us to,
We want to slay this.
want to
I want
slay
to
this thing. Yeah. As soon as you
Is
say
this
that,
where?
you've got a circular room, and then in the center of the room is a pedestal, and there's a head, and it's the Chamberlain's head, and he looks at you, and he's like, "Oh, thank the thrice blessed. Kill me, please."
Nothing would please me more. How's that to be done?
Oh, well, that's a great question. I suppose there are a few ways that you could kill me. I would like it to be done fast, if possible. Now, there's also, you see, a shard of glass, as if part of a mirror, on the room on the opposite side from where his eyes and face are. Do you remember, Steve? Julianus. Your character in Zweihander.
Yes, I do.
Okay. Your character's awareness is in the room currently through that glass, and you can think or speak or act if you choose. But meanwhile, back to the head. It says, in this room, if you consume my brain, it will give you powers. That should kill me as well. What else could kill me? What is this? Oh, here we go. Sorry, go ahead.
Now, hold on. Killing you is all very well, but
Oh no, please.
why are you here? And why are we here? We wanted to come and slay the master of this demon. Is that you?
Oh no. No, you should kill me quickly. I'm here because I'm an evil man. I'm here because I got what I deserved. You should kill me because I deserve it.
Yeah, but you should be dead already. You're just ahead.
I know.
So what makes you think if we kill you, you'll actually be dead?
I can only hope.
Okay, and why are we here?
You're here because you came here, I can only assume. You're a fool. All of you are fools. You could have left these lands. I saw that. The professional thief. You could have just left. Now you're in this nightmare.
By what means did you see it?
I had all sorts of means before I came to this place. We had a deal. That deal meant nothing to him.
Who had a deal?
I had a deal. I had a deal with him.
Who? With whom?
The traitor and his lord. And their pet that they bound from the other place.
What pet is that?
He says a word in Abyssal, and it has an effect in saying this. Does anybody speak Abyssal? Or Chaos? Anyone speaks the language of Chaos? Sort of has this, like, once again, this effect of, like, raking nails across your nerve endings in your ears and mind, and it's this combination of consonants and guttural sounds that kind of echo. I am not going to attempt that in play acting. I apologize, but unless someone speaks
now,
the
is it a
language of
name
chaos.
any of our characters would be able to remember or duplicate if we needed to say it again later?
Did you read the book? I can't remember.
Yeah, I went through the book with... I've been looking through the book, and then I went through the book with... was it my captain or somebody? But I can't I can't read everything in it, kind of thing.
So
I
all
don't read it very well.
Yeah, that's right. Right. Yeah, I remember us talking about that. Yeah. Yeah. You remember this name, and with your work that you did with Ben, and Ben is also here, and yeah, that's the name is I'm not gonna say the name. We shall not say the name, but it is it is a name, and you know it now.
I'll just write down that I know a name that's unpronounceable.
Yeah.
Voldemort ... question mark.
Okay, so that's the pet's name.
I wonder if
Yes.
that's the name we need to know.
Okay, and then
What does it want?
Wait.
I can tell you all that I've
hold on.
done wrong. I deserve to die, I promise.
No. Yes. No. Okay, we've got the pet's name, and then who did you make the deal with?
Oh, I have to get
The
a book
pet
out for that.
and the Lord. Wait, your master and his lord and their pet. So there's 3 of them.
Well, yes, of course. I can get you the name here. Choose this 12.
What do they want?
So it's well. Oh no! Now it's freezing. Great. What? All right, it should be right there, but it's not. Here we go. His name is Nelkus, the arch trader.
Oh, that's the master?
That's the one I made the deal with, and the master he serves is Hierophant, I think he goes by now. The leader of the oracles. You know, those that are the chief leaders and priests of our churches.
Oh,
Julianus, I think he was called an immortal shell. Sorry, I'm congested. Bertie, I'm sorry, Alara, you asked what do they want. He says,
Yes.
they, the dwarves, they wanted their secret. It's here, just only miles to the west. The empire they called Kel'Raz. The tower here guarded against it. It kept its beast inside of its halls, the Nyxthesis. The dwarves, the thing that they had been so ashamed of, it's what keeps their magic alive. They were going to invite it into our reality through the tower, and it sits here now, infecting the land. And soon they will release it from the tower, and the evening lands will be devoured.
Well, how do we stop it?
You can't destroy the Nyxthesis. Oh, you could send it back into Kel'Raz.
How do you know we can't destroy it?
No one can destroy it. Will you kill me, please?
I believe it's what, along the lines of what my captain said, is that we cannot kill or destroy it. We can only send it back to whence it came.
It's their pet.
Which is why I think we cannot kill it.
Yes, the elf is right. Its pet binds it here to the tower. So long as their pet is here, it will be bound to the tower, and eventually it will escape because it is hungry. But if you destroy their pet and banish it, then the Nyxthesis will have to wind its way back through the far places, back into the halls of Kel'Raz.
How is it banished?
There are 3 things we must do. To defeat a demon, one must cut off its ambition and deny it what it wants. You must discover its true name, and then you can banish it.
Well, we got the second one.
Deny it what it wants, unless it is that it wants to escape. I know not what else. But that, I think, may be our important part. That and not dying.
Well, which one of these creatures was the one that burst forth from that his disguise as a young noble?
The pet is what he's calling it, and it's that name,
Okay.
Abysmal.
Okay. And so did he just say that the High Hierophant is behind all of this?
Yes. Now, some things that Helmer would know and the Paladins. High Hierophant is not a ecclesial title of the Church of the Thrice Blessed, but the oracles are. The oracles are like the magisterium or the cardinals or whatever, like the very highest inner circle of the religion. Yeah, and he claims that they were that they serve this High Hierophant. And then he turns, actually, he looks over and he's like, "Are you done yet? Are you done staring? Is there anything else that you'd like to take from me? You could let me die, at least." And he's looking over at the mirror.
What is that mirror?
You ask him that?
Yeah.
It's how he looks at me. He torments me.
Oh, what happens if we break it?
Oh, yes, you should do that.
What happens if we break it?
I hope he won't be able to see anymore.
What's the what was this guy's name? Not the
Chamberlain?
The Chamberlain.
His name is Senor de Gallo, the Chamberlain of Griftsbluff.
Okay. All right. So when they're talking about that, I don't know. Should I say out loud, or should I just kind of like message you, or?
You can say it. It's whatever you want to do. You can say it out loud if you want, or not do anything. It's up to you.
Okay. And there's kind of like this little chuckle, and it's like, oh, what if you break it? And it's like, then Sago would live forever.
No, don't do that. Don't break the glass, please.
Helmer, I admit to being very confused.
No, that wasn't Helmer. That was
okay. Sorry, that was.
I know it wasn't Helmer, but did we hear the exchange?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, Helmer, I admit to being very confused. Who are you talking to?
Oh, Helmer didn't say it. It was just kind of like a.
No, I know. This is Pablo saying to the Chamberlain. Who are you talking to?
Oh. It's him. He watches me from that glass. The Hierophant.
So he can see us then.
Yeah, well, yes.
I'm sending you something.
Well then, Hierophant, how do we come and meet you personally?
We still don't know what he wants.
Unless he wants to be killed, that should well deny him whatever he wants.
What does Julianus do?
I sent you a thing.
Okay, sorry.
Just...
I'll look. Let's see here.
It's kind of mean.
It goes. The table starts to totter, and then the head is like, no, I have to be sure I'm dead. I have to make sure. And then it stops, and then it rests in place. And he says basically their goal was to take. I'll explain it more. Exposition time. He says the dwarves, you see, they took. It begins with the humans. The humans took the magic of the elves. A really sickening thing. I knew about it. I've studied it. It's a magic that you take something innocent, and then you're especially cruel to it until it dies. It creates a sort of power. You do this more and more, and the power grows. It's called anthropomancy. The elves brought this power with them here long ago. And the tale goes that our Empire of Light, cleansed the land of the elves and their wicked power. But our tales don't hold that then our people started to use that power. That was the end of the human empire. But the dwarves were foolish too. The empire of Kelleraz, the silver potentate. They were especially cruel. And through that power, they were able to build magical walls. Now, Ben is here, the final adventure of Perenval. Remember that is the crux of the issue of Galbi Mudbelt. Galbi Mudbelt has the ability as a dwarf to magically construct, magitech and powerful magical walls and stuff. And she's the last one that can do it. And he says, it comes from the nixthesis. All of the pain, all of the suffering that was created by hurting these people, it fed on that until it came from the far places. And then it lived there. It destroyed the dwarves and turned them into the undead empire that lay in wastes now to the west. So, the Hierophant thought it would be wise to use this tower and invite a channel through a demon, pull it from Kelleraz into the tower. And that's why the land is sick. But once the Nixthesis is released, it will devour the Evening Lands. It's a very economical solution, I give you that. Tormentor. Monster.
Bet you another little something.
Oh, okay.
I'm so torn. This is very difficult.
Well, this is all too sickening for words. This whole place must be purged.
When you say that, to purge this whole place. Let's see here. Suddenly, Pablo is gone. Pablo, you appear somewhere else.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness.
I really want that to be like a tiny cube and not you just like standing on top of it, staring down into this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
I'll take the second one.
Oh man.
Why not? It's Gonzo.
All right, here we go. You find yourself in an infinitely large chamber at this point. Infinitely large, featureless white tunnel as far off as you can see in every direction. And in the center is a chest-sized case of an unknown transparent material. It has no apparent openings or hinges. Inside of it, you can see in its translucence a grotesque 10-foot long otherworldly being closely resembling a tapeworm, perhaps a centimeter in diameter. 10 inches long. It writhes and convulses in the case as if in its death throes. Next to the case is a 6-foot tall pylon covered in runes.
Do I recognize the runes?
What languages do you speak?
Well, I have no idea.
Well, you speak the language of the thrice blessed, of like the sacred language.
Right.
Celestial. And
I didn't envision Pablo as a scholar.
I'll say that she can read this in Celestial. It says, "This is a weapon of great power, but its wielder is its sheath."
I kneel down by the box and begin looking closely at it. And if I don't see anything when looking closely at it, I sort of move my hands around it to look for... Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Just to feel for any cracks or buttons or anything like that.
Okay. As you approach it...
After saying a prayer.
Okay. Okay. As you approach it, it writhes angrily and aggressively at your approach. And you look around and you can see what looks like a compartment where you could simply open this if you choose.
Now, this box with the thing in it, is it like of a piece with this pillar?
No, it's just floating. This like chest-sized thing is just floating in front of you, and then there's this pylon nearby.
Is there anything else near the pylon that could be the weapon?
Nope.
Okay. All right. Well, I open it and I say, may the will of the three be done.
Okay. Make a save versus paralysis. Or actually, I'll describe what happens. I'm sorry. It immediately slithers towards you in space and tries to shoot into your eardrum.
Okay.
Looks like you failed.
I failed, yes.
Okay. Let's see here.
This is giving me the end of Diablo 1 vibes.
Yeah.
It's kind of...
Well, I mean, I asked to be able to purge this place. I'm going with my best understanding.
Yeah, you...
As a paladin, I'm not sure I can think of a more glorious way to spend my life.
You begin...
So you've got like...
No, go ahead, please.
Oh, I was just gonna... Yeah, I was gonna make a joke. It wasn't important.
I have to... Let's see here. You begin to enter a psychic battle within your own mind for control of for yourself. You would roll a d10 plus your level plus your charisma score to maintain. maintain control of
I
yourself.
I don't know what my charisma score is.
Well, it should be high. We'll say that it's We'll say it's
to be a
10.
paladin, I think.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, is there not a paladin requirement for charisma?
Oh, there is. The charisma.
For OSE.
We'll just say it's 15. We're just gonna say it's 15.
All right. So D10 plus what? Plus what?
D10 plus level plus charisma score. So it'd be D10 plus 15 plus 5, so plus 20.
Good lord.
Oh no. Okay, it wins the first round.
Yeah.
So the loser rolls D4. You lose 3 charisma. So you're now down to 12.
Okay.
And yeah, this is going to be a fight for your survival, for your Pablo's psyche.
Okay.
Or else this thing is going to take over.
Yeah.
So you roll a D10 again.
D10 plus what is it? Plus level plus charisma.
So 5 plus 13 now is 18. So 18 plus that is 24.
Yes.
Okay, let's see here. You win just barely, so it's going to lose some. Okay, and we go again until somebody finally perishes. Okay, so... Sorry, go ahead.
2 plus 12 plus 4 is 18.
18. You lose just barely. Roll a d4.
Stop rolling.
You're doing it the wrong way.
Yeah, I know. This is exactly wrong. Exactly wrong. That puts me down to 8.
Oh no. You gotta roll really high, if at all.
Stop rolling so well, Ross.
That's terrible. I needed to roll badly, not good. Do you beat a 22?
I doubt it. 5 plus 4 plus 8? That's not... No. That's 17.
Okay. Sorry, actually, you roll the d4. As you start to spiral down.
Yeah.
The worm is just like... And it's taking over your mind and personality now.
Okay, so I'm at a 5.
Okay, gosh.
Oh, wowzers.
I don't think it's possible.
Oh!
I don't think it matters.
Yeah.
Not at this point.
Alright, let's keep rolling d4 and let me know when you get to 0.
Okay, I'm now at 4.
4. Okay, I keep going. Until you get to
3 plus...
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
10. So
Yeah.
keep going.
I'm now at 2.
Alright. This is your psyche being lost and your personality.
Yep. Well, that's the end of that.
Alright. Okay, so...
What just happened? I don't know what just happened.
I
thought I rolled D2 instead. Let's try the 4.
You are now...
So that's the end.
Let's see here. You are now an alien being. Although you probably won't tell anyone this yet. You are in command of a host, as if in command of a mech. And you have all your abilities. And you have your charisma back. But you are no longer Pablo. You are now a alien worm constructed as a powerful weapon.
So be it.
You have some abilities. You're immune now to all attacks from slimes, oozes, jellies, goops, anything like that. If one appears, you vacate the body and drink it and then return.
Wow. Okay.
So this is not going to stay a secret for long.
You can give your host an adrenaline rush once per combat, and you can re-roll an attack in combat.
Wow.
And then lastly, at the right moment, which your host, perhaps you honor your host in this one way. If you find another target appropriate, you can fire out from the host, which will kill it, and then you will do this for that other thing.
Yeah. Ooh. See, man. I'm gonna put these thoughts on hold until after the session, I think. I do love an intellect devourer. I do love an intellect devourer. What I love is the idea that they like, there's something interesting about mental powers, where it's like, okay, yes, you've just been taken over, but that thing, the last thing that it, like, as it's eating your mind, it's also, now it's like your mind is now part of it. So it's like, I like, to me it makes perfect sense that, like, it's like the thing, like I said, I was praying to the three. I came here specifically to purge this place, so it sent me to the best place to do so, and I think Pablo at least had that understanding before she expired.
Pablo appears looking and acting very strange.
Pablo, where did you go? What is this?
Are you okay? What happened?
Oh, that didn't come through. Something with your microphone.
I sought a weapon, and I found one.
What is this weapon?
Me.
Oh. Could you elaborate?
Look.
I think your microphone's breaking up.
And that's part of his alien.
I look. Can you hear me?
I can now. Yeah.
Yeah, that was just me pausing while holding push to talk, so you're hearing the TV in the background. My apology.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I can, Helmer. You're going to have to trust me.
Well, out of character, that's nah. But in character, yeah, okay, no. He would. Little uncomfortable with this place. Maybe a little bit of an eye on Pablo, but yeah, otherwise, yeah.
So Alara has said you have to deny its ambition, use its true name, and then banish it. Meanwhile, the Chamberlain is like, so, I think I know a way that you could kill me. It could help you.
I look over this Chamberlain with more with hungry eyes.
He looks at you and it's like, yes, the thing, and yes, you would like this especially. If you eat my brain matter, I was a practitioner of the dark arts for ages. I know so many things. I know so many things that could be used. Consume my brain and it will give it to you. And it will kill me. Because I will be subsumed into your mind.
He suddenly disappears.
Uh-oh. Yeah. He does. He's disappeared now. Never mind.
The crack of a vacuum.
He's gone. The toy is gone.
But he can still see them.
I'm gonna go over and look in the mirror.
Do you choose to reveal yourself? I guess.
Me?
No. Juliana's. What do you choose to show?
The creature inside Pablo's head.
You show that, yeah.
So when she looks, it's just this like
awesome.
that creature looking back at her.
That's wild. Yeah. Crazy.
I just sort of tilt my head, showing no reaction. It's like, yeah, it's me, and
That's it. That's all there is.
okay.
I'm just picturing this like creature just kind of floating there. Like, well, this is different.
Well, now we must find this thing.
You say you want to find the thing? I think you said it.
Yes, I did. Those are the words I said. You know, I'm thinking about the demon, I suppose. But
oh no, it worked.
You see a space clearly different. It's not like the tower, but you see in the distance a vast spectral form shifting and moving all around you. You think off in the distance the size of many worlds. And you don't so much float. You're not flying. You're not standing. You're just there. And then you see it. You see the thing that took the blade. A horrible form, a combination of a mutated and wounded elephant and crustacean covered in tentacles. It's just mutating in every place it can. And it's a hulk. And it clenches in one of its crab-like claws, a dark blade.
It could be for the man.
Time is now.
Yep. No monologue here. Let's get at it.
All right.
I draw Griff's blade.
Nice.
And feel what it feels like to have this body holding a sword, and like get ready to activate that adrenaline rush, maybe.
Pablo, roll a d6.
Or whatever you are.
Yes.
Does this thing have a name?
Yeah. But I'm not gonna say that.
It's
word.
fine. You know what? Its new name is Pablo.
I rolled highest, and so it
Yes,
will
you
act
did.
first. It activates poisonous breath. Oops.
It doesn't happen to be an ooze or a jelly, does it?
No. It just
Slurp up the bad guy.
You see it go over here and just, and then just like awful things just spill out of its mouth and spray everywhere into into space. Let's see, Daniel, Athalia, Lobo, Anjala, Ayana, Adoralon all must make a save versus death.
Okay, here comes
I'm trying to remember how to do that. Just a d20?
Athalia.
D20. It's on your character sheet too for the characters, so you can double click on them and just click on the death poison. It'll do it.
Athalia fails. Daniel. Success. Oh, hey, no, stop that, you.
Success. Nice.
Lobo. Everybody loves Lobo. Yes, good.
Nice.
Lobo lives. And Jolly last, I think. Oh, that was so painfully close to a nat 20. Oh.
your liaison with Rebik perishes, and you see them just like melt. Let's just like and they're disintegrated in green energy and acid as this stuff washes over them. Your other paladins raise their shield. It probably destroys their shield. They're able to move at will and move around and keep from getting devoured by this storm of demonic acid. A Doralon fails. An elf perishes after centuries of life as a ranger.
And then this one I just rolled is for the one elf we found. I can't remember what her name. I couldn't find her.
Oh yeah, she's not. I'm sorry, she's not listed on here. But
I can't remember her name. I never do. It's just the elf we found.
She's on here.
I got that. It is
Eldrin Pedrell.
Yeah. That's right. Eldrin passed.
Okay. Let me change this token to Eldrin. Bam. There we go. Okay. Let's see. I think that's its first action.
So Alara's dead now, I'm guessing?
I didn't. His
Alara
radius.
was
Yeah. His radius.
Alara's name was not
like over
was
this
not
way.
included.
It was the friend, her friend from the Rangers.
No, I mean she passed too, right? Alara, it says
Alara
success.
rolled an 8, and Adoralon rolled a 9, and then I rolled for...
But Alara was not included in the list
Yeah,
of names.
she was
that
not.
Okay, alright.
You good?
That being said, it still has several actions.
Oh my goodness.
It rushes forward to attack the survivors. It's not going to have that, and it's going to try to do a. Let me see here. 2 pincer attacks.
Oof.
That is rough.
13 damage to Daniel. I can just add it here. That brings him down to 2 hit points.
Yeah.
And then it says, when that happens, they are trapped in the Malfear's tentacles and suffer another 2d6 damage. You realize you need to kill this thing fast, as it just like grabs Daniel and just sprays that acid back onto him, and he just melts his top half.
Daniel.
I think he's almost out of actions.
Almost.
That is it. Those are his actions. So now it is your all's turn.
Charge.
Baiting a magic missile would be a good action.
First of all, you know its name. You know its name. Know its name. Number 1.
Speak its name.
But we need to also charge it. Yes.
Yeah.
And hack away. Although I'm debating whether or not now might be the time, though. Because I bet that battle that I had to fight, that Pablo had to fight internally, will probably take up some actions or some time. Obviously, we can't let... Well, anyway, this thing doesn't know that. It's just like, this. Yes. And I honestly think that's what I'm going to do, rather than risk Pablo just being melted outright. That's what Pablo's doing right now.
Can you guys see me?
Yes. Yep. Can you hear us?
Yeah, it's weird. The VTT just dropped all the players on my end, so I'm worried that I have a connection.
Oh, there it is.
Reestablished.
Yeah, I probably had an internet break there for a second.
Okay. Well, anyway, that's so. I am. Well, actually, let's see what happens with the speaking name thing.
Yeah, can we just yell at it and maybe try that and see if that...
You say its name?
Yell its name and then tell it, we banish you. We will banish you to... I guess from where... We're banishing him to where he came from, so...
You definitely... You get a screeching roar as its tentacles flap around you. Just like all around it, you know, as it gets its attention, and then it says in this screeching voice that kind of echoes with both that language, the abyssal language, and then in common in your own mind, or Elven in the case of Alara, it says, I am also the blighted hand. I am just a single weapon. This, and then his tentacles, like some of them wave toward this world-sized thing in the background. This is just one weapon my master uses. You're not heroes like what came before in the great wars of this land across the millennia where I fought. I saw great heroes in those days. You're just fragile. Flesh and blood, and half of you are already dead. I think I will keep your souls.
Very intelligent.
Right. So now I'll release the weapon.
All right. You see Pablo just like fall, just dead in place, and then this thing just shoots out of her ear and flies toward this thing, and it's easy to get inside of it. It just flies into one of the nasty open places, like the wounds in this. And time for a psychic battle. I got a 7.
Oh, I had a witty line.
He had to make a save first, though, right? Maybe
yeah,
not.
that's right.
I mean, I shouldn't have probably said that. Oh
well. He passes.
Oh, dang it.
Well, you can try next round, but...
So now I'm the thing. I'm just a tapeworm on the floor.
No, you can try to keep trying to get inside this thing, you know?
Yeah.
But meanwhile, everybody else, what do you do? What's the plan?
Despite all my rage, I'm still just a worm out in space.
Yeah. So yeah, you saw that happen.
So anyways,
as he's like saying these things, Homer's like raising his sword and he's about to shout something at it. Pablo's head just kind of pops, and that happens just kind of like
oh no.
And he just charges. So he says to Ayanna and Lobo to fall back a distance so that they can shoot.
Okay.
And then just gonna charge up and really hoping and also doesn't happen, but hoping Tharlan will back me up.
Take up Brandon's sword while you're at it.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, grab that sucker.
Rush to the sword, and then.
So this is a bit of a called shot situation. So you grab the sword, you make it up to the thing, and then what do?
So he's gonna try to that exposed brain there. I don't know, like is it? Are we in like this kind of like a floating around, or is this a solid ground kind of a thing?
It's floating, and you move at will. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So he's kind of like Superman flying, and he wants to stab down.
Okay.
With Brandon's sword. Maybe fly around in a little twist. He's a little mad. So here comes the actual attack. So this is a +3 weapon?
Against things like this, yes.
Okay. So whatever this roll is, it gets +3 to stuff.
That got it.
What? It was so close to a 20.
Man, just such a tease every time.
Oh.
All right. So
any kind of thing that I could spend here that I don't remember.
What about Alara and Eldrin?
Alara glances at the sword and recalls that she does indeed have her own magic sword. So she is going to pull out the Naga sword.
Did I ever give you what that does?
Nope.
I'm sorry.
Just
I'll
that
do
it's
that right now.
special and that it does something cool. So.
I'm imagining poor Knob right now. He's somewhere.
He has a look of grim determination on his face. He's come a long ways.
Yeah, he sure has.
And as scared as he is, doing this to the end for what his friends have stood for is more important than his fear. Let's see here. I have to find it, which I want to. I want to find it.
This is an epic cinematic moment. I hope
If it
the
does
dice
something
don't-
useful, I'll attack with it. If it doesn't, then I'll probably, I don't know, default to magic missile or something.
Ooh.
Because he can't save versus that.
Zalco. Okay, I think I'm finding it. Oh, wow. This is a powerful sword.
Yes.
Well, we need that.
Okay, this is page 24. I wasn't, sorry, I thought I gave it, but that's my fault. So, page 23. 18, 10, goodness, here we go. Okay, 23. You draw the sword, and suddenly you have a series of things, a power that comes from the gem set within it. You can detect lawful this is a list of options, okay? Detect lawful creatures, detect invisible objects, detect ethereal beings, detect magic, locate secret doors, dimension door, cure critical wounds, 3d8 plus 3 healing.
Wow.
And then lastly, you can only do one of these. It does a thing, but you don't know. You'll have to hit with it for you to see if it does this. This is like a super powerful AD&D treasure item, like a tournament module. Where it's like, here's your.
Well, if
cool
we're gonna
thing you
use
gotta
it,
do.
now's the time. So I'm gonna try to hit him with it.
All right.
He just killed Adderallen, and I'm ticked off. So I'm probably going to run screaming and try to hit.
All right. Let's see if you hit.
Let's see. Now I'm trying to, let's see, D20 for that.
And it's a +3 to hit. And then plus your strength modifier.
So I add 3 for the hit.
Yeah. And then any strength. What's your strength? Actually, I think I have it here.
12.
12. Okay, yeah, so it's just +3.
Okay, so I use strength then to hit, I think. Situation.
Yeah, just roll d20.
Yeah, there's a dice tool at the bottom. That's fine too. 19 hits.
Here it is.
22. Now, he gets a save versus spell.
Please fail.
I know, right? It's pretty big. He passes. You do damage him. So you do 3. Let's see.
She didn't actually roll damage.
I didn't roll damage yet.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the bonuses too. It's just +3. Yeah, so you roll a d8, I think it is, right, for a longsword? And then
Yep.
d8 +3.
7.
So he screams as you lob off one of the tentacles. Alright, and let's see, if you could do Eldrin, and then if Steve, you could do Ayana and Lobo. I'll do the demi-humans and Ben. Ben's going to try to do a sneak attack.
Ooh. Eldrin did 5 damage with her bow.
Ascending armor class 16 is the target number, believe it or not. Let's see, Ayana misses.
Lobo gets him.
Eldrin hits for, what is that?
She said 5.
5? Okay.
Yeah, Eldrin had 5 damage.
5 plus 6 is 11. You see it scream in pain as they start lobbing things off. The hobbits fire their actually somehow they found crossbow bolts. I don't remember. Oh yeah, they got them from the elves. Misses anyways, unfortunately. And yep, they miss. Tharnlin charges in, yelling, swings his battle axe. Misses. This is a bad time to miss, everybody. Strength attack from Ben for that hits for 15 hits for double damage.
Nice, roll high.
And he's got a cutlass, whatever it is. So it's like a short blade. So it takes another 8 damage. He lobs off another one of, you know, the things there. And let's see. Yeah, okay. Roll a D6 Pablo. Oh no, that's a bad time for that. Alright, let's go ahead and resolve the psychic battle. 7 plus 9 is...
I love that you're giving us this, Ross, but he still has to make... I didn't...
Oh, sorry. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. I'm sorry, everybody. I would feel bad if
yeah.
It would be fun.
He passes like flying colors, so you...
Well, I didn't... Oh, I thought I had to attack him again. Is this just assumed that I'm doing that?
I mean, if you... it would be the biggest, you know, thing if you could get in his brain, so I...
Of course, yeah.
Alright, he's gonna spray his acid over to the boys over here in that cone area. Everybody over there can make a save versus poison. Save versus death.
Is this magic?
It is, yeah.
Sweet, +2.
And you get a +3 is what it says. Poisonous breath, save versus poison with +3 or die.
Is the tapeworm making a save too?
No, it's like, you're like on it. Save versus death for Tharnlin, +3. 13 passes, and then lastly, Ben.
I'm not ready for this.
Oh, Ben.
Ben perishes. The last adventure of Perenval. The pact with the dwarves is lost. And,
well, sounds like she wanted to use an evil power anyway. Not that that's a reason for Ben to die, but...
And now, it's going to attack, Helmer. Well, actually, I'm going to roll a D2. I'm curious. I don't know. It's like whoever's right there. This is 1. It's going to be Helmer. So it's going to do a pincer attack.
16.
Misses. Alright, so yeah, it misses, and that's its turn. Alright, it's your all's turn.
Vengeance. Here come all the Get them. You want to say that? Okay, so I guess Ayana. Short bow. Lobo, you did good for us last time.
Gotta hit a 16.
Okay. Alright, Helmer.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yes!
Alara hit.
Does he have to do his magic save again?
Mm-hmm. He passes.
Come on.
Just by 1. For the second time. Just by 1. But you still do damage.
There you go. Take that.
Okay.
It'd be 6 damage from Helmer.
Alright. 6 damage from Helmer. Okay. Anybody else do damage?
Eldrin rolled a nat 20.
Nice. You
She gets 2.
Okay. That is enough.
Was she 5? No, she was 2.
To take a, what is this thing called? It's called, notes, info, gosh darn it. It's called a grab. It's a Malfear. A Malfear demon. And you wear it down until I'll say that basically you can take a choice, like what you want to do, right? Like you could take its head or its brain, you can, you know, what do you do? This is actually Eldrin that does this.
For like destroying it, or?
Well, I assume that you would need to deny its ambition in the same time that you banish it. But it is out of hit points.
So take its head.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm, just...
Alright. It screeches as you start to hack through it, through its neck. And the tentacles fly around everywhere around you, and then finally it starts to disintegrate and the tentacles fly apart. And the thing binding you to this other place and this creature in the background, you see almost like it's as if worlds shift and shudder, and then you're being brought back into a place, and you find yourself in an endless tunnel. For those that survived.
Ugh.
And the dead bodies.
The dead bodies are here with us?
Yeah.
Where's the tapeworm?
Somewhere in the abyss in hell.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Just wiggling furiously.
Looking for another
Yeah.
target.
That's where it was banished to, so it's you're on that
So
giant thing.
we'll let hell deal with it.
Yeah, you rode that thing all the way into the abyss, and now you're still fighting it. So,
what's left of Ben?
he is yeah, it's a good question.
Yeah.
I'll say his arm is gone, and part of his chest and his face is burned on his left side.
All right, cover him up, and then. Oh man, yeah. I guess start covering everybody up. I don't know if we're. Did we win? Helmer's totally like he just doesn't know what to do right now. Totally.
Well, we can either try to find the entrance or we can do what I did earlier. But I do not feel that we can leave our dead here.
No.
Unless no other choice presented itself. Eldrin's going to try to carry Adoralon.
Okay.
Yeah, get the dead out and I guess find the door or.
Worst case scenario, we wish we were somewhere else. But we need to think of where we would rather be before we say it.
Entrance, please.
Okay. You find yourself suddenly in a wilderness.
Turn around and see if the tower's still there or if it's.
It is. It is there. There's a monolithic mound rising up from the bowl of the forest. It no longer looks like it's covered in meat and stuff.
Oh, okay.
And the mist has begun to clear in the sunlit sky. You can still hear the sound of monsters in the wilderness. It will be a hard fight to try to bring this place back to the way it was. But you can tell that something is different.
All right, Helmer puts his arm on the shoulder of Tharlan, gives it a little shake, looks at the others, does the claw, and picks up Ben and one of the others and kind of just puts them over his shoulder and begins to walk away from this horrible, horrible place.
All right. I'll tell you all a couple of things that perhaps your character wouldn't know, and then we'll have some options. So, the magic of the dwarves is based in an evil, horrible magic. That is why that many of the dwarves have set it aside and no longer touch it, and why the dwarven empire has fallen into undead ruin. Something far to the northeast of the Evening Lands had thought to use that power to basically dominate, a constant struggle, a desire to do that. We're going to use the Nyxthesis. And so they lured it into the tower, into the sacred tower of the elves. It all kind of solved a lot of problems at once for Julianus. So he had a demonic infiltrator work all these schemes, all these people on the inside. And you have freed the Nyxthesis and severed its tie into the Tower of the Elders, and it has retreated back into the bowels of the earth, and Stonehill, and the silver potentate of the Kilra Raz to the west. And the Evening Lands no longer rot with its evil spreading out from the Labyrinth of Shadows. There are monsters everywhere now that infest the woods. Chaos is ascendant. There are backup plans of Julianus. This place will face great hardship and struggle. But for the humans, it will do it under one house and one banner. Because this united the human lands. It will also probably serve to unite the dwarves, and probably change the attitude of the Ainurne, who will now need to either work with others or perish. And any hope they have of preventing someone else from going into that place will be gone. And then, of course, there's another place.
Now, would the Ainurne be friendly to us now?
I think so. Or at least they're going to have to change their approach, but we'll see.
Okay. Because I was going to say we'd probably choose to bury Adorellan or have his funeral there because it's with his people. So we'll assume we left him there or buried him there.
A little sleepy stone wall surrounded town with tiny little buildings and little people. Went on into the next season normally again, as if they never had a war against the goblins or a dragon attack. And life went on in the Shire of Brandonsford, much like it had many years before. And a victorious Thane returned. Now, he no longer carries any authority. It's only a title of respect. But things are well in Brandonsford as they lay Edward into the ground, and keep the sword of Brandon there in the shrine. Yeah, don't worry. I'm gonna end this session there.